Let me be very honest with you. I didn't prepare any questions for this Rocklaz episode. This is the most candid and raw conversation in Rocklaz, one of the most memorable too. Today's guest is Sana, a full-time art of living and yoga teacher from Bulgaria. Sana has shared many miracle stories and prophecies made by Gurudev. She draws comparison between Jesus Christ and Gurudev. That's an interesting one. I loved her raw energy and her enthusiasm is super high. You'll also get to hear her sing. You'll get to hear spiritual links between Bulgarian traditions and Vedic knowledge. She also shares about the Bulgarian dance and the mask festival. Frankly, in this episode, even I opened up, and I've shared many things that I've never shared on a podcast before. Please hit the hype button so that this video gets hyped and reaches more people. Subscribe if you're new because it helps us in many more ways than you can imagine. Check out the chapters of this podcast in description so you can jump to your favorite part. Cheers. Comment and let me know who you would like to see next. Welcome to another episode of Rocklaz. Today we have with us Sana. She is from Bulgaria and she's a wife of Constantine. Remember his episode from last year? You can see in the links. So, Sana, welcome to the show. How would you introduce yourself to someone who doesn't know you?
I really don't like talking much about myself, but I am saying my name is Sana. I am art of living teacher since 2010. I began teaching the Arctic 7 years courses, which you have a different name here in India.
Yes, class.
Yeah, but you call them some yoga.
Medha yoga.
Yeah.
It's Utkarsh yoga.
Exactly.
But I think they are now coming under intuition process.
Yeah, exactly. Prajna yoga.
Prajna.
Yeah. So later on, I continued my teaching journey with Shishi Yoga. I'm currently also the level 2 teacher, deep dive of Shishi Yoga, Sahaj teacher, Prajna Yoga teacher. So all these things. And for my personal life, I don't really know how to separate personal life from art of living because Gurudev made me full-time in 2013. So basically, I'm just art of living person. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you join Art of Living? What's your origin story?
It is interesting because I had an inner search since I was a child. And my search was about life. So what is the purpose of life? I knew we would die, but I just didn't know what I feel as me or what experiences life in my form, what will happen to that. So I would go to sleep. I was very young. I don't know if I was in school yet. And I would just imagine that I would die. And then I think, where will I go? Who will I be? Like I had a lot of longing for realization of what life is. So when I became teenager, this a little bit dissolved because new set of thoughts came, like, oh, I want to be part of the cool kids, or you know how it is when you're a teenager. So basically, I just remember one thing. I would share this. I was maybe 8 or 9, and we used to have this kind of a Bible, but with pictures. So Jesus was drawn, and then story of Jesus. The moment I opened when they crucify him, I just started crying. I felt, how could they do this to him? How could they not see who he is? And I went to my mom. My mom is really my first guru, as Gurudev is saying. And I told her, look what they did, And she said, it's okay. He'll come back. Because at some point,
He'll come back.
Jesus has said he will return after 2000 years. So that night I was just laying in my bed and I was saying, I wish I am there when he's back. That's the only thing I remember from that time. And then years passed, as I told you, my type of teenage years was a little rocky. So you're trying to fit in. and all these things. And when I was around 19, I was walking to my university and I saw a poster. It says breathing techniques. It was a Yes Plus course, breathing techniques and all that. And almost like a light was shining through the poster, and there was like, oh, like a celestial sound. I just knew I have to sign up for this. So when I signed up, we did the course. I didn't know much. They would say, okay, breathe this technique and all that. I was just in deep, calm state. Everybody had the experience, Some people were emotional, some people were, and I was just in just this deep silence inside. I feel so finally calm after the storm of teenage and all that. So at the end, they just show Gurudev's video. For me, when I saw him, I knew he is there and I'm back, or he's
back.
like I'm there when he's back. So that's it. And at the beginning years of Art of Living for me, 2008, 2009, many times I used to, when he walks, for me, he used to resemble Jesus. Yeah, 10 times. And I remember Sue Hindle from UK, she told us one time they went to Jerusalem with Gurudev. And she said he was walking frantically around the city, like we were running behind him. He was just walking on these streets and all that. And he was just saying, can you imagine how the master was feeling when he was crucified in front of the devotees? So it was just a few of them when they went.
Yeah. How was the master feeling in front of devotees?
To be put in that position. He said, can you imagine how the master was feeling to be put on that cross in front of his devotees?
What do you think about this question? What do you think the master might have felt in front of his devotees when he was being crucified?
We should ask Gurudev. But I think it was a lot of pain. Because he's feeling everybody's pain. He is feeling everybody's emotions. Like 1 year, it was just before the pandemic, 2020. And nobody knew a pandemic was coming. So Gurudev came to Bulgaria in January. We're jumping in line, but it's part of the conversation. So I remember a friend of mine is in the audience. I didn't know it was him, my friend. But I felt like something is happening. So it is like 1,500 people, Gurudev on the stage, meditation is happening. I'm sitting there and I just feel something is happening. I see Gurudev's open eyes looking like this. And then a door of the hall is opened and somebody leaves. After that happening, the next day, my friend tells me when the meditation started, my friend, he's a little sensitive. So he felt like everyone's pain or what they're sick of, how many people had cancer, everything that was happening in the hall, which you must know that's for sure how Gurudev feels every time he's in a hall. So also an opening happens, right? Because when you're in the presence of the master, you yourself start to cleanse. So he is sensitive, so he feels everybody, and he's opening up. So he feels emotional. He starts crying. He doesn't know what to do. And then he said, I got so stressed of my experience because I'm just vastly aware of everything that's happening around me.
Wow.
A blood started flowing through his nose. So he was just panicking. So he left the hall. Gurudev told me, because I went to him and said what happened to my friend, Gurudev told me, I was looking for somebody to go and help him. I was looking for a volunteer to go and help him. I was feeling I have to go somewhere or I have to do something, but I don't know what, because I was way at the back, so I couldn't see the door and all these things. It's a huge hall. So basically, the boy didn't want to go to the second day. It was a vegan Bhairav, so it was day 1 and day 2. And Gurudev said, it's okay, he doesn't have to come to the second day. He can come and meet me. So I said, okay, but before I had to talk to him to meet Gurudev so that he can clear his feelings and emotions. I said, okay, Gurudev, I'll go and talk to him. That was the plan. So I'm taking a taxi going to speak to my friend. At the same time, Gurudev goes to the mountains where there is snow. So everybody goes there, everybody's enjoying. I'm missing all that. It doesn't matter. So I'm in the flat with a friend, and the friend says, sharing all the experiences, and I repeat whatever Gurudev told me to say. So Gurudev said, you say this, you say this, you say that. So I repeat everything, and at some point he says, Sana, I'm like, yes. Don't you feel like he's here? I said, yeah. His energy and love, Gurudev's energy and love is here. So we are both emotional. He's emotional, I'm emotional. I said, you just come and meet him. So the next day he comes and meets him. Gurudev sends everybody out, literally everybody. It's just me, Gurudev, and my friend. January 2020. So my friend shares exactly what he said. I felt the pain of everybody. I started crying, blood came down my nose. And Gurudev said, these knots which have been in us, blockages, let's say, they just open up. And that's why that opening up of the heart of these knots is making that emotional release. Some crying is there, some emotions are there. And then he said, I feel all the pain in the world. And he said, so many people are suffering right now in China. I can feel them this moment. And he said, now you just have to become strong. And he told him he can chant Om Namah Shivaya. Yeah. So the boy gave something to Gurudev, Gurudev something, and gave something to the boy, like a gift. So we leave, he's completely calm, everything's cleared, like all that emotions and stress. And he was just shaking from within. But when Gurudev said this, it is the first time in my life I realized that it really doesn't matter who you are. You don't have to be any devotee for Gurudev to feel that you exist and you suffer. He cares for everybody. And all this realization happened in hindsight after the pandemic began, because Gurudev left to India. It was end of January already, Feb, and then March, it's a lockdown. They say the virus came from China. Many people are sick in China. So him saying that in January, touching the leaf. So imagine Gurudev saying that in January. He knew, he felt everything that was happening. Do you understand what I mean? And also in that time, I remember Gurudev was looking at the news all the time. I was like, what's up? I've never seen Gurudev so much watching the news. So Gurudev looking at the news, and something was said about China and a virus, but I'm not listening because I'm worried about people and organization. Everybody should be happy. They have, you know how it is when you're welcoming Gurudev. And then at that point, Gurudev just says something while people are doing something in his room. And he says, oh, they released the virus from the lab. That's what he said in January. I tell you, that's it. So all this news, all this, everything came, realization and understanding for me came much later. So I realized, oh my God, Gurudev was looking for this because he was feeling this.
Feeling the pain.
Because he was just being here and there at the same time, how he usually is. He's not just here, he's here and there and everywhere at the same time. So when he speaks, he never just says something, and you never know the timeline in which he says things. He says, for example, I'm just saying an example. I used to think whatever Gurudev say means it will happen now, or it is about now. But then I would see things don't unfold in a year. It can unfold in 20 years. So
Example?
once he was telling me that I will make Constantine the president or the prime minister of Bulgaria or something like this. Constantine is not the president and prime minister of Bulgaria yet. And I keep coming back to what he said. First of all, I don't know how it will happen. But I'm in that sense or state that it might be another lifetime also.
I don't think so.
No, but because Gurudev speaks, he speaks of things because for him doesn't future, present, and past doesn't exist. So right now he might see it and he will say it. For you, it might be 20 years. Do you understand what I mean? So this is a learning again I got to know because of the things he's saying.
When we were talking to Constantine, we actually discovered that there's a high probability of him being a president in Bulgaria. That was my comment even on the podcast.
What did they say?
He was talking about the things people in Bulgaria, problems there, how is he helping them. So he sounded like a very good leader and a statesman. So it's like you can, from out of being president, you can actually be a president of Bulgaria itself.
Yeah, but he really cares, really cares. That's another topic. I can speak on both Gurudev and Constantine for hours, honestly, of situations and happenings. Yeah. So that's about the...
Yeah. So the point about Jesus being crucified in front of devotees, what must he be feeling?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he must have felt a lot of pain.
First I thought it would have been embarrassing.
No.
But then after you're saying it is actually not about himself, but the pain of the devotees.
It is never about himself. This is the thing. I never even thought for a second when you said it, it's about himself. Even Gurudev, you can see, he never feels shame. Because why would you be ashamed when everybody's your family? Or when everybody's part of you? It is not possible. Shame is part of the ego. Gurudev, Jesus, everybody, they're egoless. It doesn't even exist. The only reason we have a name for them is because they're in the body. But their presence, the essence of them is everywhere. That's why it says Jesus consciousness or Shiva consciousness, because it is a state. So you experience it and you be in it, and then you could be Jesus in the sense of you're connected to that consciousness. So now we are currently connected to our own consciousness, which is a smaller mind. So the purpose of whatever we're doing on the path, that's why I was telling you when we were discussing this podcast, we should be doing some stories, because I thought the purpose of spirituality is to grow, right? That's what we're fed into, especially in the West. I don't know about India. Oh, I have to grow, have to improve, have to be better. And this is what I also felt. I felt when I was younger, because I was 19 when I started, I felt, oh, I'm not so good. I should become better. Or, I'm so emotional. Oh, I shouldn't be so emotional. And then Gurudev, but that is it not looking good? Is it too much in my face?
Slightly, but this is better.
Okay. We can leave that part. You're so cute adjusting the mic. Yeah. So I was telling you that years later, maybe because of people like me who had this thought that we have to grow, we have to change. And I'm saying this connected to how it's just about shifting the consciousness. Basically, Gurudev sat there in Berlin. We had a public talk. It is 2-day workshop with Gurudev, masterclass. So Gurudev just looks at us. You know, German people. Everybody stiff like that. Everybody like proper, very stiff. And then Gurudev says, if do you think somebody can change? Oh, yeah, somebody can change. And then, or something like this, Gurudev has to, And then he says, do you think you can change? Yeah, I can change. And he says, yeah, but if you're a donkey, can you change to become like something? He said. And then I no, you cannot. Donkey is a donkey. That something is a something. And then he said, okay, can you accept you're a donkey? I was like, I'm a donkey. Sana, let go. Relax. Because I was beating myself so much. Oh, I should be proper, not emotional. I should be better, you know what I mean? Like, and then Gurudev says, you're a donkey. Then he repeats that couple of times that you're a donkey. Then how many people were in the hall? Elderly people, German people, all these Western Europeans, everybody, you're a donkey, Gurudev is saying. I'm like, literally, I don't remember if I hold my tears or I let them out. But even thinking about this memory, I'm feeling crying. So it was very touching to realize that it's not about changing. It's not about evolving, growing, being perfect or different. It's about just being yourself. And then in that being yourself, when you're connected, then you're connected to the big mind. So you relax. You do out of intuition all your actions, even if they're mistakes. You don't beat yourself up. You don't find the other person at fault. You don't point fingers. And I mean, you made a mistake. You know what I mean? So all that comes back to 5 knowledge points of the basic first. But it is about first accepting yourself.
Yeah, there's no fierishness. We're always chasing something, wanting to be something, wanting to grow, as you said. And there's this fierishness of becoming better.
Improving.
And you think that you're going in the speed and other people are stopping you, and then you get more angry at them.
No, or even situations which are in a sense innocent, but you find, oh, he did it on purpose. The mind wants to find culprit or somebody's fault. So
To
that,
satisfy the intellect, you have to find the fault of somebody.
yeah, or so that you are the good one. And then, oh, world is unjust. Oh, such an injustice, or like that. But you can find this not only in art of living, in jobs, in famous people. Everybody can say, oh, that's why I didn't get this award. Everybody
Blame it on something.
Yeah, you can blame it on somebody. No, sometimes you just have to accept it was not meant for you at that time. And it's okay. I think this is something very powerful, to be okay, not all of us, to be ultimately super successful entrepreneurs and how do you say this?
Entrepreneurs.
Yeah, or billionaires, or it's okay that we are normal people, or I don't want to say normal, but just regular jobs, regular type of life. It's okay. That feeling that we need to matter. Oh, I need to matter. I need to have value of my either position or job or what I give or talents. I have to be valuable human being. Nobody's more valuable than the other. We are equally valuable. That's the thing. It's so stupid.
Do something more for the world, leave a mark on the world, do something for humanity.
But even that, somebody wants to do something big. And Gurudev said one time, he said, of course he said it many times, but first he said, okay, we are all pieces of puzzle. So you are one corner piece, one middle piece, that guy is another corner piece, that guy is the white piece, nothing is, each one is a piece in the puzzle. So we play this small part, but we want to be a big part. But it's okay, that's the part we play. So contentment and feeling okay with ourselves, accepting ourselves, being the donkey, I think is very powerful. You know what I mean? Especially with social media, everybody wants more followers, more views, because they measure success with the more, or even not success, value. Your worth as a human being is valued. You understand? I feel like many people are stuck in that.
But that's also playing the devil's advocate. You also need to know these things, right? To know in which direction you're going. Or some markers that you have grown. Even if you're not furious about it. Suppose this podcast, I get more better guests and anybody I'm asking, they want to know how many subscribers or followers I have. So
But-
that becomes a responsibility to grow it so that I can get people.
So you say sometimes guests have canceled or said, I will not do the podcast because you have less subscribers.
Yeah.
Oh, see, who has an ego? Not you, the guest. Why does it matter? Because they don't want. Oh my God, this is what's up with our people, right? Not fair. It's about a human connection. It's about a conversation. It's about energy. If you sit there and talk with somebody, forget the mic. If we just sit and talk guru stories, forget there is cameras. Isn't it valuable? Isn't it beautiful to be in the presence of a human being and just be open and honest?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get from the podcast. Like real stories, not with any agenda or intention.
Yeah. And then if somebody could have camera around real moments, like for example, when the other day we were in amphitheater and Gurudev did the laughing meditation. Not yesterday's one, the other day. So still the Bulgarian group was there and still we had the enclosure and we were sitting all together. Almost 90 something people were sitting together, Bulgarians. Ivana from Croatia, my friend, she sat next to me because we said, oh, Ivana, you're Balkan country. Come close to Bulgaria, come. So she's sitting next to me and Gurudev starts the laughing meditation. And, Constantine is on my other side, but he somehow laughed, ha, ha, ha. Then Ivana and I just laughing at him laughing. We couldn't stop. So, like we're dying. We're literally dying. Then Gurudev doesn't even stop us. He keeps that laughing was keep long.
Yeah.
Then laughing. And I'm also translating. So everybody has ear things. And Mike is here for Bulgarian translation. I was laughing. I cannot stop laughing. Then at some point, Gurudev said, relax. We're like, okay, relax. Then like all the time we are laughing. At some point, we just freezed like statues. So we're freezed like statues. So if somebody had a camera there to just see that small moment, this is so beautiful. And then what we were sharing and this, but now we are making it fake. We organize the meeting, we put the cameras and we talk. So it is, if you can encapsulate that real life experience in a podcast, then that's what you're trying to do, isn't it?
Yeah. Real life, real people, real stories.
Yeah.
What are the issues in Europe right now?
Political. Any type of issues.
What are the botherations of usually your course participants in Europe?
I don't know about West much, but general issues in Europe are immigration. A lot of issues inside the Western countries with the refugees who came from the Arab countries. That's a big issue right now. So Bulgaria's issues is we joined the euro currency. So our Bulgarian currency is gone and the prices have gone up. So it's crazy. Other issues, basically people are always burnout, depressed, and anxiety. That's the other issues. Yeah. So last year we did a lot of, I would say, touring. This sounds so funny. It looks like we are going, but actually we just travel from city to city and it's just like small courses between 13 people to 30 people. So it's not big. That's why I said I don't use mic when I teach. No point to use mic. There is not much people. But For example, we did like this. Constantine used to travel to the cities first, do an intro talk, and then once he does an intro talk, he goes again and does a happiness course, the basic course. Then once he does that, I travel, I do Sahar Samadhi course. So once each city has been visited by us, a Swami comes. All the European Swamis, whoever was in Europe, came to Bulgaria for a period of time, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depends, or less. So they go to the cities, they do maybe a talk, maybe a course, depends the state of the city, whether they have a local teacher, is it new city that we opened. So like this. So basically, when Gurudev was in Bulgaria in August, Gurudev said everywhere he wants Bulgaria to be an example of a happy country. Because Bulgaria is a small place. You have like, I would say hardly 7 million people living there in the whole land, which is a small land. But still, you can imagine Bangalore is bigger than Bulgaria.
13 million, yeah.
Yeah, so you're double our size. So he said it's such a small population that we can achieve it.
Yeah.
So that's why we want to, and this is with Gurudev's grace and, our efforts, because grace is one thing, but if you don't put efforts, it's not magic. So you have to go to the cities, you have to still be physically there, teach. So basically, we get many more new cities, new teachers. And the goal is that each city has everything, like a teacher, regular courses of all the kinds, whatever possible.
Knowledge temple. Temple of knowledge.
Yeah. Like that. So I think in general, all the issues, whatever in the world, this is even what Gurudev is saying, it doesn't matter. In a sense, there are categories, okay, financial issues, health issues, family issues, business issues, whatever. But the deal here is we just have to all become more aware, care for each other, and support each other. That's it. So if people are so much into themselves, you know how it is. If we're always thinking, and that's also a reminder for me, because when I travel, I think, oh, where will I sleep? Where, all these things. So what comes? Me. But I'm saying that for all of us, we always think, okay, what will happen to me? My future, my children, my family, how people are always about me. But Gurudev says, expand that. Make that, what about my city or everybody in my building? So he's just the example of divine society, what we all have to achieve. Like care for others. It doesn't matter. You're just, how are you? He told us actually this. If you see somebody, I think he said it in Europe somewhere, or maybe it was Bulgaria. If you see somebody who is, it was Bulgaria. If you see somebody who is sad or looking depressed, you just go to them and you say, how are you? Is everything all right? He said, just don't be afraid to speak to strangers. Maybe they need...
They need somebody.
Yeah, especially in this isolation of everybody's, I don't know if it's in India like this. I feel India is more open to human contact. There, everybody's a little bit isolated in their own world, their own...
This applies very much to even India. He says, you go and talk to people. You never know what's going inside your mind. I mean, I was in a position like that. Depression, and so just somebody coming and talking feels so good. You are away from the thought of whatever extreme things you're thinking about. Just for that moment, you feel like you belong. You feel that there's a purpose. It feels good.
Yeah.
So I also make it a point to just talk to people. What I love about Gurudev most is, in his eyes, when he's meeting, it's like a family member, like you're meeting after a long time. That love, that compassion is always there.
Yeah.
And he meets thousands of lakhs of people, and still everybody feels the same.
That's true. I don't know how he does it. But he wants us to be like that also. He never wants to be, in a sense, he is the most special being to be on earth. But he never wants us to feel that he's special, we're not. He wants us to be like him.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's making so many teachers, blessing us to do, carry us forward. And if you look at your own life back, I was asking the same question to Vishal Bhaiya. How do you deal with so many different type of people? Doesn't it like irritate you? There's like, this is nothing. Look at how many people Gurudev deals.
By the way, that is so funny.
And then he said, look at yourself also. After coming on the path,
Yeah.
your tolerance also might have increased. So you have grown on the spiritual path. It's not that it's not happening.
Yeah. But we were in Bulgaria. It was a silence course with Gurudev. We had, I would say, 800 participants, not a big course. But for
800 is big.
But for us, I mean, for India is nothing, but for us it was very special. So I had to read the questions, and I am reading the questions. Somebody is asking, can I get enlightened and become a guru like you? And Gurudev said, yep, you can, definitely. And then he said, but it's a tough job.
He said,
Yeah, Gurudev is saying in front of everybody, you know, all kinds of people come, you have to accept them. You cannot react, you cannot be emotional or rude or anything. You just have to be good, nice all the time. You have to welcome everybody. You cannot just say something like that. And then I realized Gurudev is the one who leaves all the points every day with testing him all the time.
yeah.
Because we come there, complain, or somebody say, oh, this is not right with me, this is not right with me. Then Gurudev says, yeah, it will be fine, don't worry. Like he cannot say, hey, wake up. Yeah, enough. How many times you come with the same question? Hey, go. He cannot. He's so loving. He cannot say, and that's why I don't want to say he doesn't say the truth always, but sometimes he doesn't say what will hurt you.
It's different. He'll say what the person needs to hear.
Or wants to hear.
No, needs. Not even wants, needs. If you're expecting him to give you a jolly answer, he'll be strict. Do this, do that. I've had experiences.
The point I think for him is you cannot put him in a box.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
this
thing.
is Gurudev. No. You have an idea of Gurudev, Gurudev will break it.
That's what he does.
He will break it. Will break it.
The main thing, yesterday only I was thinking about it. Enlightenment is, I think, just overcoming craving and aversions.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because craving and aversions are the basis of the impressions, samskaras and vasanas, and this is the reason you come back. So the moment you're okay with anything you have or don't have, that's it, you're free. But I want to come back to India. I want to come for Navaratri. I'm talking about myself. You know? Okay. Or you just, some desires come. Then you have to be willing to be without them and be okay with it. And aversions are also not the best. I don't want to suffer. I don't want this. And you know, we've heard this millions of times in the silence course. Pain, when it reaches its limit, your endurance, you're feeling, oh, I cannot take it anymore, then it turns around and becomes pleasurable. So you let go. The moment you're in that state of complete let go, then because the pain reduces, you feel it again. Oh no, I cannot take it anymore. Why is it so hard? Why? Then it comes to the peak, ultimate suffering, and then it shifts. I've experienced this, especially in the past 2 years. Because of you have to change, not change, but in the sense of you have to let go, and then you don't want to let go makes the suffering. Yeah, you have to let go, accept things are changing.
Even in Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, he says, right? Ek tattva abhyas. Whatever you do, you keep doing that. One tattva. There will be a time of boredom after that. But if you still keep doing, after the boredom, there will be clarity. Just like the pain thing. The mind switches after a point. If you still persistently continue and have the forbearance to do the difficult things.
Yeah, forbearance. Yeah.
So share some fun stories from your travels in Europe where you were just like, wow, surprise, miracle.
I don't know. I've watched your podcasts. You always use that word miracle. But the thing is, miracles are all the time everywhere and they're very small. They're very, I mean, small. I'm not saying big, small, but it is just constantly happening. For me, honestly, everything feels like a miracle. Like, for example, we did the first time we saw Gurudev after the pandemic, it was 2022. Can you imagine? We see Gurudev when he was in Bulgaria in January 2020. He leaves, pandemic starts, and then we see him only after 2.5 years. Can you live 2.5 years without meeting physically your guru? It is so painful. So we see him, we were in Palma de Mallorca. Everybody cries. We are like, this itself, we were like, we couldn't imagine that we'll see him physically again because of restrictions and, some conditions. And some of us in Europe were against getting vaccinated for some reason or the other. So and I had to accept this for myself. I said, okay, I might never be able to travel at that time because they were saying if you don't have the certificate, you cannot. So like that. So all this was dropped. We were allowed to travel without any of this, and Gurudev is there and we see him. Our brains were like, we were like crying. We were like, it was the most beautiful. So we do our Sahaj TTC. It is not a big batch. Some of us from Bulgaria, some from abroad, we're sitting there doing Sahaj TTP and we get the manuals. I mean, it's just amazing experience. You had a flashback of a previous life. And so many things happened because we were doing that in previous lives again, but you forgot, right?
You had a flashback of your previous life?
No, I just had a flashback of the whatever was happening. A flashback of, yes, we were saving this knowledge, no? Saving this knowledge. So we get the manual, and then everybody had this beautiful cloth. Everybody got the silk cloth or something. And I didn't think to bring anything. So I don't have anything to hold my manual in. And you know how that feels. So I take a paper towel. So one at the top and one at the bottom to cover the knowledge. So I hold it like this and I ask everybody, do you by chance have one extra cloth, something nice I can cover my manual? And everybody says no. So I ask the people who are in charge of Batantuga's TTC desk. So I say, do you have something, you must have had like manual covers to give to people, right? Do you have something? Everybody says no. So I accept it and I keep it safe. And then we from Spain, we go to Switzerland. From Switzerland, we go to German ashram like it is a tour. And half of the tour I skip. And I'm in German ashram. Still no manual cover, and I keep the manual like this. And I know, okay, I'll be in Bulgaria, it will happen. Gurudev comes to German ashram. Amazing time, beautiful, emotional. Then he has to leave, maybe to US or maybe to India. I don't know. He has to leave somewhere. I think to US. So it is April. Gurudev has to leave to US. He walks down the stairs and just gives me something. And I'm like, why did Gurudev give me that? A thought comes, manual. And I'm like,
Manual cover.
A silk red manual cover. It is exactly the perfect size for my manual. Not too big, not too small, so that I can cover it. And I'm like, how did he know? I never spoke to him. I never said anything to him. For me, this was these are my miracles. He always takes care, even personally. He just hands me this while he leaves, and that's the only thing before he leaves. And I'm just looking at him. I take it. Gurudev gives me something. I take it. I'm like, why did he give me this? Like, what is this? It was like made very small.
Mm-hmm.
I open it and I see it.
Then it turned out to be covered.
Enough cloth. And somebody actually gave him something, and then that something he just took the cover and gave me.
Wow.
So these are my baby miracles, small miracles. Yeah.
Getting on the path itself is like a miracle, right?
Yeah.
And getting this knowledge, being being happy all the time.
Well,
It's so different from
the issue is
life
you want to be
before.
happy all the time. It is not possible. And
It's not wanting to be. The state of mind, I was just telling my friend, compared to before.
You're much more happier,
Yeah.
more times. But again, you feel I feel like again you can feel
That's okay.
happiness and not happiness.
That's fine. It's just like a sense of gratitude. How
Yeah.
so lucky, so nice to get to know about these techniques.
Yeah.
Even though they came accidentally or like a miracle to us or to me.
How did you come on the path? How do you say accidentally?
My parents had done the course 1 year before me. And they asked me to do the course. I was in my 12th standard. I did a yes plus course when I was in my college. They told me, okay, this will help you to increase your focus and memory, and you just do it. So I did the course, and like not tremendous changes at that moment exactly. But later on in life, when tough situations came, and I went through a lot of depression. I was on medicines. I was very suicidal, and this lot of financial pressure in the family, a lot of things, a lot of chaos.
I can imagine.
Especially during COVID times, it became even more. So this practices in sadhana kept us together and kept me sane. There was a belief that okay, there's something will happen. Even when all the doors are closed, people came in the form of God to me. Like my cousin, he was like Krishna, and I'm on the battlefield like Arjun, and thinking of what to do. I cannot do anything, and then he just said few things, and I was just like, okay, let's do it.
Wow.
And then slowly a door opened, slowly a window opened, and then slowly we came out of it.
Yeah.
Like it was so bad that my father was in a hospital. I haven't shared this on the podcast before, but his body was like a dead body. He got panic attacks, and then he was into the hospital, not speaking to anybody, anything. Just we had put Bhagavad Gita in the background, and we had this loan people who asked for.
I wanted to take the house.
Yeah. All our assets were on loan. My house, mom's jewelries.
So that's why your dad became so sick of anxiety and panic attack.
Yeah.
Because he would lose everything.
No, not just losing. He had a guilt of not repaying back to people, that he was a failure.
Yeah.
We could have gone to, because there were court cases from the contractors and in the construction line, and he had taken loans from many people, loans to pay off the loans, interest of the loans.
Oh my God.
It was like a downward spiral. And then everybody was coming in. That what happened was the bank accounts of our partners are also frozen by the bank.
Everybody who is involved, yeah.
Yeah. So he had lost his, he was getting all these panic attacks, and he had taken small personal loans also then, not just business. So it was a complete rock bottom, you may say. And no way, bank had told, we are not going to do any transaction with you. Put in a paper ad that don't do any transaction with them, we are going to sell the property, the main project property. Things like that. Court notices coming from different people. So that was the case. And then he was the main person who had all ideas of how to get out of it. And he was not there. I was like, okay, our liabilities are 2 times our assets. So even if everything was sold,
You can still be in debt.
yeah. That was the situation. Then we slowly came out of it. Slowly. So many miracle stories happen. I feel so much love and gratitude even for my cousins and family, and they're really amazing.
You know, when we were having my Sahaj follow-up, we read that knowledge. For a newborn, God comes in the form of the mother. for the hungry, God comes in front as the form of the food. And what was the other one? So I think for us, God or Gurudev comes in the form of everybody who is supporting us or helping us all the time. But it's really God, it's really Him or Gurudev, because it's one, the divine and the master. So it's really Gurudev who said these things in front of your cousin. And then He's in everyone anyway. So He's taking care.
Yeah, different forms at different times.
Yeah. But that time when we read that, the third one, I don't remember what was it. The first one, then born and found of the mother. I should read. It's in the intimate note of the sincere second.
He comes in all the forms.
Yeah.
Who was helping you is that?
No, but if you are the hungry, God is your food now. Then the hunger is gone. And when you're a baby, you are helpless. Helpless. You cannot do nothing. You cannot walk. You cannot talk. Then mother is your God. Yeah. So beautiful.
Any kind of help is coming, that is God.
Yeah.
They had asked him a question about why there is wrong in the world if there is God. And he said, you need to ask a definition before. What exactly is God? So he said, that unchanging self which is always there.
That is it.
Yeah. And it comes up in different form. It is there in all of us. But the people who are doing wrong things, it is just covered up. They are themselves the victims. So it's covered up with these practices and knowledge. It will open up. It shines through them.
But it is so beautiful because at the end of the day, it is just a realization. There is nothing else but you're realizing. It's not, you don't have to change, you don't have to grow, you don't have to, just have to realize. So self-realization. But basically, if we go back to...
Even yesterday what you were saying, I really like that point. Why are we doing this? Shivratri, we have these homas. Navratri, we have homas. Why are we doing this? You just sit and meditate and you have that experience of God. Why is the need to do all these things? God is only giving everything and we are giving fruits and flowers to God.
Yeah, on Satsang. Yeah.
So he says, even knowing that, this is to continue the traditions.
Yeah, exactly. To keep that ancient traditions alive. Yeah. Research.
You have some of these traditions in Bulgaria?
Yeah, like the dance, we did that tradition.
Oh, that was amazing.
We have very beautiful traditions with the scary mask. They do it once a year. They dress very, very scary with the mask and and the sound, they have all these bells around their feet and they jump and jump and jump and jump. It's a spiritual experience. When you
Get scared.
It's not scaring you. They're scaring the bad spirits.
Okay.
But the other thing, which is very beautiful, they make the fire and then they walk on it. It is just red pieces of charcoal, which are hot.
Yeah. They have it in India also.
Yeah, so that's another one. Many of such things with the dances and water, they do some rituals with water. Like, for example, the beginning of New Year, they have this, you talk to the water, leave it outside, and then you drink it in the morning, and it's all your wishes, whatever you wish to come true. Like this, they have. So we don't follow all of them. The people who live in the city, I think it's almost like here, they don't follow so much. But the people who live in the smaller cities or villages, they follow many of these traditions.
It was so good to see that dance. One person in the beginning play, rotating the handkerchief or towel, and then everybody holding hand and going around. At first, I was trying to guess the country.
You didn't know it was us?
Yeah. Then how I derived to the conclusion it was Bulgaria was, it has to be a country which is near Turkey. Because even I have seen that kind of dance.
Yeah, Turkish do similar type of things.
Yeah.
But all our area, Europe.
Then I saw the color of your flag. Then I was like, okay, this is Bulgaria.
Yeah, it is Bulgaria. All our area is a lot of, but this is, if you think about it, you're holding hands. So
Yeah, what is the significance of that dance?
so
Wait, let me ask again. What is the significance? Wait, what is the significance of the Bulgarian dance?
well, if you think of it like they're holding hands, right? Everybody's holding hands. So you're together. And then you just jump and dance and do some movements with the feet and then make a circle. At the same time, if it's live music, they have the drums and they have the bagpipe. And it is just like awakening, rising the energy. Similar to how we do Shakti Kriya, for example. But this is, and then they feel so uplifted. They feel so happy. That's why the introduction, when they introduced the group, it said it is not for the stage, it is for life, it is for occasions, it is for community. People just dance to celebrate, to when they're at the weddings, they just hold the hands and they jump. And there are different styles, how you move the feet.
And it's so much in sync. All are in synchronizing. They're not simple steps, they're complex steps.
Yeah,
like
one says, like this.
Yeah.
Banu
Front, back.
Banua was asking,
right,
"Oh,
right.
Sana, why you didn't dance?" And I'm like, "Banua, I didn't learn this dance. I know a very simple style similar to this, but it is just like left, right, left, right. This, I don't know. This was like jumping and turning. Yeah, many are there, many.
We have like this in Gujarat also. It's called Garba. They don't hold hands,
Yeah,
but they're going in sync in circle.
yeah. It's nice. It's very nice.
If it's like I find it meditative sometimes. You're just going in the flow.
That's it. You being part of it is experience for you. Your energy awakens. It's about that. Cleansing the blockages, being one. Because when we are together, it's not just your energy and their energy, it multiplies. So everything, even that's why being with Gurudev and all that, it's yagya. All this is, it all multiplies because we become one essentially. So for these people, if they don't have the knowledge like how we do, even that is an experience. So it's nice when they keep the traditions alive.
Yeah. And new traditions take birth, right? Every generation. Like many of the Latin American countries I talk to, for them religions and festivals are not no big deal. Football has become a big deal. Football is religion. Football is everything.
Yeah. I don't know why it is. Yeah, Gurudev says, if the purpose of the football is one ball to go to the thing, why not everybody give each one ball and one time, yeah, or whatever. The point is, it is stupid. No, everybody chasing one ball. Okay, give them all one ball. Yeah, that's so funny. But when you said actually that duality of good and bad, it is us who put the label that it is bad. I honestly, sincerely feel, thank God there are adversities in life and difficulties, because otherwise people would never look within. Imagine, life is so good, so positive, everybody is so happy. Why would you care to search for the purpose and why am I here? Do you understand what I mean? You will always be outside in the pleasures and the senses. Because something shakes you, because something tears you apart, then you're like, what is the purpose?
What is the point? Yeah.
So actually the pain, the suffering, the difficulties, even somebody cheating or lying or something, then you are questioning. I feel like we should question everything. For example, it was, I don't know when it was, before pandemic, during the pandemic. I think it was during the pandemic. So I said, because I was overwhelmed, I was doing a lot of things, almost like tired, and I felt, my God, I want to die, like enough of this. So I'm saying this and I'm thinking, why did I say this? I start to question, why did I say exactly this? I don't want to die. I am doing something good. I'm living a good life. Why did I say this? So I sit for my meditation and I'm still a little bit in a question. why we say or do the things we do, right? And why did I say exactly this? So a memory of my life flashes in front of my eyes. I'm in meditation and I see myself as a child. My mom, we are 4 kids. That time my last brother was not yet born, so we are 3 kids. My mom is overwhelmed, tired, literally exhausted, doing something in the kitchen, and then we ask her yet another thing or we want yet another thing from her, and she turns around and she says, "What do you want? Do you want me to kill myself?" Or something like this, she says. And then that pops up. So my small brain thought, okay, when you're exhausted, tired, and overwhelmed, you want to kill yourself. The connection was made in my brain at that time, that feeling you have so much to do in your plate, reaction is, I want to die. So it was not really clocking in the sense of it's about death and somebody dying, but
Just getting rid of that.
getting rid of that feeling means I want to die. Also, I remembered I had the fear of my mom dying because she used to say this so often. After the meditation, I called her and I said, "Do you remember you used to say this?" And she said, "No, I don't remember." I said, "Can you imagine what an impression it had made me?" And since then, that was cleared. But I'm saying this because I feel like us labeling everything, good and bad, proper, not proper, labeling ourselves depressed, not depressed. Who said I'm depressed? Somebody put a label. I'm overwhelmed, I'm tired, I don't know what to do. Why does it have to be depression? Or if somebody says I want to die, what is exactly they're saying? I believe they're saying, I'm really tired right now. I have so much going on. It feels like I'm stuck and it will go on forever. And I want change. I need change.
Yeah.
So how do we get to that change? We first retrieve. We go back. You're in that state of calmness. You recharge, and the change has to happen with energy. It doesn't happen with whining, wanting, demanding. It happens when you're in that high energy. So definitely all the practices that Gurudev has given are the key. The key.
A very interesting point about high energy. I've come to realize that all this happiness and enlightenment is all a game of prana.
Yeah.
Keeping it high all the time, you need skill for keeping it high all the time.
Awareness also.
Awareness also that is going down. So when you talked about ending life and want to die, I used to have that thought of contemplation of dying. I also wrote of article about 7 ways to kill yourself.
That's when, which year?
2019, 2020. So COVID around that time. So
A lot have changed.
yeah. So now as I look back on it, no, you said getting rid of something. I had this feeling that I'm rotting. My head is rotting. There's nothing happening in my life. That
Stuck.
feeling stuck.
Completely stuck.
Feeling stuck. And these are all the thoughts. Then it used to become physiological also. Like head becoming very heavy. Not feeling doing anything. Lying on the bed for several days together. No interest in living or dying. No difference between living or dying.
Yeah, and then you think, if that is my life, why am I here?
Yeah.
If that
Nobody
is
needs
how
me.
I
I'm
live.
not making a change to anybody.
Yeah. But the thing is, making a change to anybody could be even the smallest gesture. It could be the one simple person somewhere. It doesn't have to be a big change.
Yeah, small change.
Like one time I had to go, and this is so funny because it was not the day and not the time that I was supposed to be there. But somehow I just went. These intuitive thoughts were, I don't know what. So I take the subway, it's a metro. I don't know how you call it.
Metro.
So I take the metro 2 stops away from my home, or 3 stops, I don't know. And then the moment I stop, I have to take the escalator up. one elderly gentleman. It is winter. He is with the winter shoes, which are heavy and big. His foot, because, once your shoes are so heavy and you're elderly, you cannot rise them so easily like a young person with the light shoes. So his foot doesn't rise up enough, so he doesn't put his foot on the escalator. The escalator starts moving, and he literally falls back. A man in front of me sees this, turns to the side. I run with all my... I just start running. I run. I just hold him with both my hands like this. And then I put my shoulder and hold my other hand on the moving rail, because it keeps moving when you're... And I just stay like this. And I said, it's okay, I'm here. So it keeps walking. He reaches the top. He's scared, like he thought he was gonna fall. And these are... I was just... Then he stands, and I just look into his eyes. I swear, almost like God was in his eyes. So beautiful, such a sweet elderly person. And I just say, it's okay, take a breath. You're safe, everything's fine, don't worry. And he just looks at me, and I just continue my day. I went to the place I was supposed to go, and the girl says, it was for tomorrow, not for today. I'm like, my God, I just came on the wrong train, the wrong day, the wrong time, just to be there for this. This made so much purpose for me. And I'm an art of living teacher, and I teach people this amazing knowledge and all these things, which is also so much purpose. But this being sent to that station in the particular time that man was supposed to fall, I felt this is the divine who is using us.
Yeah, it's amazing. And you must be the divine for that person. Like, look at it, look at the story from his point of view.
He just was supposed to fall, and a girl, not that man who just saw and moved away. But for me, I just feel like all these small things matter the most.
There's purpose even in the small things. It doesn't have to be a grand plan.
Honestly, I feel like everybody feels they need to do something big. It's not about doing anything big. It's about being available.
Being available.
If you are in that state, okay, whatever, let me be useful. And then small things come. That small things is a big thing. That is the most important thing.
Yeah, I want to share a few more things. You said about going down, right? Going inside, and that was really helpful. But what helped me more than that was Satsang, company of the people, and also actual Satsang when you're singing and dancing.
Yeah, when you are singing and dancing, not just sitting there when you participate.
After that time, I was like, it's done. I need to get out of here, get my own life. So I spent 8 years to help my father. It was like a sannyas for me. Sannyas is basically, I sacrificed 8 years.
Yeah.
Without not doing
anything wanting anything for yourself, I know.
Yeah. So then when I left that city, I was like, I'm not coming back now. I took one-way ticket out of that place. First I went to Rishikesh for advanced course. So much scrubbing and rubbing. Every meditation was pulling something. I was feeling very restless. And at the end of it, it just changed me, everything. But what was most helpful in that course was satsang. When the guru was saying to let your body do whatever you want, dance, sing and dance. Every satsang session was opening me up and just erasing all the negative impressions from me. And those are very hard impressions.
Yeah, I know.
Of so many years piling on top of each other, rotting. Everything was becoming so light after that. I just felt so amazing. So after that, I made it a point. I just dance in satsang. I just let my body flow in the music, no matter what somebody else is doing.
So you're doing exactly what we are doing in Bulgaria. Dancing, okay, not holding the other people's hands, it's okay. Dancing and allowing the energy to rise.
Yeah, it's amazing. And he said, now all these 3 principles of art of living, or 3 things you should do: sadhana, seva, and satsang.
This is it. And happy life with a smile.
So you need to pay attention on all 3. I wasn't paying much attention on satsang part. But after that course, that also became a priority. And
Yeah, if you otherwise look always within, then you also become a little bit selfish. Oh, how do I feel? Let me go within. But when you're in the group, you care again.
you become tamasic also. If you're just sitting around not doing any seva or satsang, becomes a little tamasic. Or I would recommend for people who are feeling low and depressed to go out and do more seva and satsang.
Definitely.
And
And
then come
again,
back.
it should be anything. I feel like everybody wants to be part of a big project or something important. Again, our small mind wants validation. We want validation, you know. Yeah, that's why I don't share so many things what I've done over the years and all these things because it doesn't matter. Even last year, I was thinking, okay, this is maybe the busiest I have been as an teacher. This is maybe the best things we have done for Gurudev's event because it was the most amount of people. We had more than 10,000 people for the intro talks. We had numbers are insane for Europe, for in general, for Bulgaria itself as a small country. We reached, I would say, more than 25,000 people for the duration of the year with the intro talks, with Swamis, with Gurudev, everything. But at the end, I just feel we didn't do anything. It just happened. It's not even in my memory. So I feel like if we do without thinking whatever we have to do, that's why I said, okay, 10 people course and all that. I am just available. We are just available. You have to have that. Okay, whatever has to. It's not that we are not putting effort, okay, announcing the course on the website, making the promo materials. Every effort is necessary. Can you imagine? We have a story in Bulgaria. It is called the Vikash Nevolata, calling the something, I don't have a translation for that word. So, for example, two boys are sent by their father to go to the forest and get wood. So the boys say, oh, what if something happens? What do we do? And then the father said, you call the nevola. It is like nevola, like something like...
Angel.
No, it's not even an angel. You call like a happening. I don't know. So they said, okay. So apparently their wheel broke. So they start calling nevola. Nobody comes to help. So what did they do? They fix it themselves. So basically, grace is there, everything is there, but you have to do it. You have to act.
Take the action.
Yeah, you have to take the action. Sankalpa, all this is necessary. But if you don't take an action, what are your wishes, sankalpas, and stuff going to do? Sitting there waiting for somebody to save you, to help you, to give you the, because everybody wants, especially everybody wants recognition. Oh, you're so good. It is natural. Everybody wants a little praise. Oh, you did so good. Good job. Oh, wow. Like, it is natural. We're humans. But what is the use of that, right? Or you wait for something outside to do something for you. Oh, you're so good, then this is for you. Good. Yeah, this is
Recognition, appreciation.
Appreciation, award, recognition, somebody. At the end of the day.
Attention.
Yeah, or even Gurudev's attention. That is a whole story.
We were talking about it yesterday.
Oh, but at the beginning, as a devotee, for me to have Gurudev look at me, I am sure everybody has this experience. Oh, I would do anything to have him look at me. I would run from the left, run from the light. Oh, he looks at that way. Let me go that way. At the end, that time when I wanted him to look at me, he would not look at me. Now in these days, because I'm so content in him, he's there for everybody. Let everybody has the same experience as me. Let them be close. I'm just trying to help others have some experience and ask him something. Then he looks at me more. So if you're there not wanting something to get even from him, from the guru, and you're there to give even around him, that is very something. Because when you're around him, what do you see? Everybody wants attention. Gurudev to give me something. Oh, give me a shawl. Give me something. Everybody wants something from Gurudev. Can you be there and not want anything from him? Just be there. And even when you're there, somebody pushes the other one, it's okay. Guru grace. Somebody pushes the other one. Somebody pushes, hey, that's my spot. Hey, Gurudev, like that. And then imagine if you're there and you say, come. Do you understand what I mean? Even around him, if we can be accommodating to others, then I tell you, he will look at us more. It's not that we're doing it for him to look at us, but it is about your inside. Not grabbing, but being there for others.
For me, actually, it has never been about his attention.
But for you, but for others.
Others maybe. I also am not very. I don't take that many appointments, and there's just one small request I have that I'll share you after the podcast. That is also in the pipeline. But just his knowledge is amazing. His practices, Kriya, that makes me feel that he is there always. Or sometimes if I'm in a situation, I really hear his voice or thoughts about solution for things. So that works out. I'm like, okay, other people might need his physical presence more. So
That is true.
let them have it.
One girl came to Badantugas. This was in 2010 or 9. She came to Badantugas following Gurudev like a tail of the dog behind the dog. Like she was stuck behind him all the time. Gurudev would say, like, enough, like, stop following me, almost, And she said, Gurudev, I want to be close to you. And then Gurudev said, those who do Seva are the closest to me. Why? Because when you are in that state of not I want to take, but I want to give, his energy is in you because he's serving through you. It is the divine who serves. He's the one who serves. And also, imagine if you help somebody. It doesn't matter. Like that guy you said, maybe I was Gurudev for the divine for him in that day. And he, for me, was the opportunity to be useful that day. But can you imagine you are being that divinity in that situation when you serve? So that's why you become the closest to the Guru when you serve.
I want to share a story which recently happened. I've just shared with few people. My grandmother passed away in December, 14 December, and I had to immediately go from Bangalore to Ahilyanagar, which is near Pune. I took a flight and went, and my Ahilyanagar is 3 hours away from Pune, and you have to go by road. I took a cab. It was at night, around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. No, 3 o'clock it was. And I saw an accident in front of me. 2 people on 2-wheeler were going and they hit a truck, not wearing helmet, and they just fell off the bike and the truck was going ahead. My driver was telling me, no, we shouldn't wait, let's go ahead.
Oh, but you wanted to help, no?
Yeah, I wanted to help. I said, no, you take the car on the side.
Let's help.
Of course, let's help. Go and see what happened.
Imagine if it was you or anybody else, nobody would help. That's so bad, no?
No, what was he afraid of? What usually used to happen in India before this is, if you...
Fake accident and they rob you.
No. If you are at the crime site, the police will take you also.
I thought that they fake accidents so that they rob the people who help them.
That could also happen. No, that was not the case. In this, 2 people fell off the bike and he was like, no, let's not stop. Police issue will happen. Because they stop you for all these questioning, and then I had to reach there for the funeral, right? And it would take a lot of time and stuff like that. But I had very clear thought in my mind. I don't want 2 more deaths on the same day. My grandmother died and 2 more deaths if I wouldn't have saved. So I said, you take the car at the side. I ran out to them. I was the first person to reach there. At the side. Suddenly people were coming along. What I saw was the bike was lying down, half broken. This guy was driving in the front. His face was half squashed. And he was choking out blood, like clots were coming out, and he was not able to breathe properly.
Oh my God.
And all this tied to his head. Other guy was not conscious. Again, having his rhythm was not blood and all everywhere. So I had done a course in first aid many years ago.
You remembered?
Yeah. So it was just happening. I just told him to take the bike away. I put these guys properly on the floor. I removed the clothes. They had, it was winter, no? So they were wearing a very tight shawl on covering their neck. So I made it so he could breathe properly. And then I cleared his throat, all this clot and all, so he could breathe properly. At least till somebody comes. Same with the second guy. I told the other people, I dial to the police and to the ambulance. You tell them, you give them the address. What address is here? You tell the police to come here. Until I was helping them out. So he was breathing at. Then I was like, okay, we can now. If the ambulance doesn't come, so the people had gathered around me like this, and they're also like, no, you don't do too much, otherwise police will make an issue. And I was like, no, it's impossible. I asked somebody to, people who are standing, see if somebody has a car. We'll only take them to the
because
hospital.
it's a bit faster, no?
Yeah, where is the hospital close by? So made him breathe, put him in the car, both of them in the separate cars, told them to go to exact hospital. Police were also there at the time, but they were not helping. Police were like, no, we cannot take them in our car. I was like,
sure.
Yeah, then we just arranged for it and let them go. And then after they had left the site, then I left for the funeral.
Good.
So I was like, I don't want 2 more deaths within 24 hours. I have to do what I have to be there.
Even that feeling that no, I will do it, that is the divine who wants you to do it. We don't realize our feeling of I have to do it is really Gurudev for the divine. Really, because you're so adamant. It's not ego, oh, I want to. It is feeling like I have to. It's my duty. I need to do this.
Yeah, at that moment, there were no thoughts in the head.
Exactly.
I was just doing it. I was not even thinking about it.
So much awareness and intuition. Your hands do it. You are just there. That is really divine. That's why when you serve, when you are useful, when you're in that state, you're the closest to the divine. Because divine is in you so present, so vibrant. The moment we want to be, oh, I want to be comfortable, what about me? Then we are away from the divine.
There's so much alertness. Even though I was tired, it was midnight. Everything was so crystal clear and I had that energy to do all these things. I didn't feel tired or anything at that moment. They had no thoughts or no feelings. I was just doing it.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So like that we get opportunities to be instrumental. It's not like a big plan. You're just being available and being aware about.
But this is it, the feeling when you're instrumental, when you're being used by the divine, you feel so present. You feel so charged, like you are a superhuman because the divine is more in you. So that's it. That's why Gurudev can handle thousands of people every day because the divine is so much in him. So we are getting close to him only by that, only by service and celebration and proper sadhana. Because sadhana, he said, this is your thread that connects you to me when you're in that deep calm. Yeah. And one time somebody asked Gurudev, is there another way to enlightenment other than meditation? And well, that's the fastest, easiest way. What more way do you want? But he basically said, is there another way when somebody is thirsty to other than drinking water? You're thirsty, you just want water, that's it. And other way when you're hungry than to have food? No, you're hungry, you just need food. So you are in need of connection with the divine. That is meditation. Meditation is connection to the divine, which is within, which is outside, which is everywhere. And then once you're connected, then that power comes. I can be useful. I can celebrate life. Nothing is as bad as it seems.
You're always so lively and bubbly, and it's just good to be in your presence. You always have a smile and always have this high energy.
You're saying that because you don't live with me. If you ask Constantine, I always expect him to be perfect. No. Because today I told him. And see, I think like...
You and Constantine like exactly complement each other.
Exactly. Perfect.
He's very steady, stable, and he'll speak
He's passionate. And I'm passionate. No, but it is so funny. Even like when we got together, we are married since 2012. And I don't remember whether we were married yet or not yet. I was not in German ashram at that time. I stayed in Bulgaria. We were organizing something, and I thought, oh, I have so much to do. Don't want to travel now, which in hindsight, such a stupid thought. You should always spend time with Gurudev. And Constantine was in German ashram with Gurudev for 2 weeks enjoying. And German ashram, hardly 300 people there. So there in Gurudev's room, one senior artling person from Europe, and Gurudev. And that person sharing personal stuff about his girlfriend, or they broke up or something. And then Gurudev said, look at Constantine. I got him such a nice girl. And then I told you somebody was waiting for you. Because in the past, Constantine would go to Gurudev with all this, oh, girl, that girl, this. And then Gurudev would say, wait, it's not the time. Like all these things he would say. And the moment we got together, Gurudev said, good, continue. So for Gurudev, he matched us. For me, I never thought Gurudev was involved, but somehow in the divine order, he was definitely involved.
Yeah, he asked me also to wait.
Yeah, you wait, then somebody perfect fit will come for your buttons.
Buttons.
Yeah. But it is interesting. It's interesting, all these small things. Because at the beginning, we even thought, oh, we'll not do a Vedic wedding and all that. But
I saw your photo from...
We did a Vedic wedding also.
Vedic wedding in Navratri of 2012 or 13.
Yeah, 2012. We look like babies, so young.
You have always been so lively, or it has come slowly?
Yeah, in a sense, yes. I think I've always been the same. Even my astrologer said if you had 1 ounce of prana more, you wouldn't survive in the world. Because...
High prana all the time.
I get agitated by people because they're so slow or so dull. I'm like, let's go. Done. No, I am always... And even in astrology, I have a lot of Shiva energy, a lot of transformation. And
Kali energy.
A lot of let's do it. And almost zero maintenance energy. Zero maintenance energy. Such small...
Transforming all the time.
I need to maintain stuff. I can do and stuff. That's why, but I need to maintain.
So Constantine is...
He's the maintenance energy. Yeah. You see, we are perfect match. Perfect fit. The planets he has exalted the planets are not so good in my horoscope, and the planets I have exalted are not so good in his.
What do you mean by exalted?
Like, for example, his sun
dominant.
No, like a best position planet in his horoscope, like high. Exalted means it's the best position. Like, for example, the planet is in its house, or like perfect position. So he has the sun, the Jupiter, like all this perfect position. Venus, I have the Mercury, I have the moon. So intellect and communication.
I haven't studied that much of horoscopes and astrology, but maybe I should get a podcast on this topic.
Yeah, you can ask Ashutosh or Manoj.
Okay. Yeah, Ashutosh Bhai had asked. So keep watching. I'll get there. So that's how you're compliment on all levels.
Yeah, all levels, everything.
And what is the secret of your tattoos? You have got 2 Ardolling swans. Yeah,
but I didn't want them to look too much like Ardolling swans because I thought that would be awkward. So I made them just normal swans, and people think they're ducks now. And I'm like, okay, I have ducks on my... Because if they were a complete replica, it would have been a little awkward. But I'm the sun.
Exactly. I was going to say that you put your hands next to each other, your glowing face is there like a sun, and then 2 swans.
Yeah, it is. The sun is there in each one, so... And even Gurudev said, I don't want all to be stars. I want sun. So sun means everybody, like you are giving all the time.
Energy,
and the stars just reflects the sun. So we need to be like the sun, not the stars.
Somebody had asked him about him giving love and not expecting. He was like, does the sun expect anything? It is always giving you light, and the whole world is running because of the sun. Does it ever ask you to give anything to it?
And also he said, does it even get tired? No, it's his nature.
Yeah, it's his nature. Yeah.
Gurudev never does anything which is outside of his nature. And his nature is giving and loving, accepting and loving. One time, we were in German ashram, we were giving something to Gurudev. Gurudev, look at this, look at that. And he was making fun of me. Oh, you want me? I'm not young. You want me to be more young? I was putting some cream on his hand and I was rubbing it, and people were saying, Sana, you were rubbing cream on Gurudev's hand. I was like, so really? I didn't realize I was just opening the box, rubbing cream on Gurudev's hand. You know, when you're there and when you show something and then you're so natural. I was just anyway, so that moment was maybe one of the first time I realized how much does he really love us. Because you know you love him and it is so intense and there is so much longing. But the moment I just looked at him like this, I mean, putting cream on his hand, and his eyes so big and just so accepting of me being so goofy and so who knows, I just felt, oh my God, he loves me more than I even love him. So it is true, he loves everyone too much. So his nature is like that. He can never be.
The question is, how does one find his or her true nature?
Well, we don't have to find it. We just have to unleash it.
How?
We are the onion. You remove the skin. Impressions, traumas, just meditations with our Shankarian twice or 4 times a year silence course. We don't skip. Constantine and I don't skip. Repeating Sanyam 2, doing silence course twice or 4 times a year. I think it is necessary.
I am so amazed by the sutras. I'm seeing the effects of them.
Yeah.
Since 2 years, I've been doing the Sayam every day, and that started manifesting. It comes out when you need it. It's amazing. One more question about your nose ring this time. Why did you choose a black color nose ring?
I used to have a small, very tiny one with a stone, but at some point, it kept falling or something. I don't know what happened. So this, I've never had an issue. I don't feel it at all. It doesn't move. I'm very happy. That's why.
The color is so unique and it really looks good on you.
Yeah, I know. That's why. Because when I was buying, they had different colors. This fit me. So I took it. Yeah. Didn't think at all.
Yeah. Because you have a light skin and dark look.
Yeah.
So I've only seen gold and silver.
Yeah.
This is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, this is cool.
In Europe, as you spoke about Christianity, how do they look at this Sanatana Dharma, or I wouldn't call it Hinduism or religion, but this philosophy from the East, or this practices from the East? How are they able to incorporate it?
I definitely feel like it depends on the country. For example, Bulgaria used to have ancient religion, if you can call it religion, which is based on rituals for the sun, for the different type of divine forces. So for Bulgarians who are never really so much into Christianity, like the Western Europe with the Catholic Christianity, because we are Orthodox. Yeah. So for them, it's very easy to connect to this knowledge.
For them, it's easy.
Yeah. For Bulgarians, it's very easy. All the Balkan countries, much easier, because it used to be one. They're called Traki. Traki, it is like tribes who I truly believe they were doing Vedic rituals and knowledge, because they used to do like homas and pujas and stuff, but they would call them in a different manner. So this knowledge, I feel like it was there. So it is like a memory. Yeah. In a sense. Yeah. But my dad, my dad is from Syria.
Oh.
And he's Muslim. And
Is it?
Yeah. So I was raised with both religions. I was raised with Muslim and I was raised with Christianity. And I was never made not by my father or neither by my mother to take any religion. So.
But they both are Abrahamic religion. They are quite similar to Sanatana or Hinduism.
Yeah, so basically once I grew up and became doing meditation yoga and having a guru, both of them came to the path and all that. So both of them realized that for my dad, Gurudev is like a prophet. And for Mom, I don't know whether she feels that way, but for me, Gurudev is like reincarnation of Jesus. So
one of my friends from the Balkan, Croatia, was saying that over there in the church they say yoga is evil,
yeah,
you
definitely.
shouldn't do it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they would say stuff like that. Definitely.
Even now.
Yeah. Yeah, they would say. They
How-
purposefully would say it because they don't want to lose followers. You know what I mean?
Agenda, yes.
Yeah. This is an issue we had with the church once because they wrote, these are people who instead of worshiping God, they're worshiping a person. But I understand where they're coming from. It's fear. And it's fine. It's okay. But if you see what they're writing in the at least the version of the Bible, which is Orthodox Christian Bible, because there's different between Catholic and all that, and they constantly, remove stuff. Basically,
Who removes stuff?
whoever has removed
The Catholic
from
ones
the
or
First Amendment to the Second Amendment, they've removed the reincarnation, they've removed the meditation, they've removed many of the things are deleted from the.
I didn't know this was part of.
Yeah. So everything is kept in Rome, in this place, Vatican. They've kept all the knowledge and they don't giving it to other people. So the originals, or not originals, or copies are there. Everything, all the stories are there. But basically, it is said, for example, that they are different. Here, Gurudev calls them like devas, devatas, yakshas, or other things. They call them types of demons.
Demons and angels.
Yeah. So, for example, when you read that and when you read this, it is the same knowledge. It is very similar. So, if, for example, you change the name Krishna, Jesus, so it is somebody with the divine inside of them, with such a avatar, comes on the earth to give that knowledge or to awaken the people. Like, somebody, they had a war here, something else happened there. Like, it's the same.
Apart from art of living, what are your passions or interests?
Passions and interests. I like to cook. I like to eat. I like to sing. I like to be in nature. Yeah.
Can you sing a Bulgarian song for us?
Oh, Bulgarian songs? I don't know so many Bulgarian songs.
Whichever you know.
There
We want to hear you sing.
is one, but I don't even know the whole song.
It's okay.
One time we were, Krishi from Germany, he would still make fun of me for this. So Gurudev had come to German ashram. It was literally 20 or 30 of us. And I don't know what made me sing. And I started singing with such a loud voice, Gurudev had to open his eyes. I felt so embarrassed. But everybody still calls me the girl on fire because of this. Because there is one song, Alicia Keys, she has...
Sing it.
Yeah. Her song is this, this girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. But do you know what I sang? This path is on fire. And I'm singing like, this path is on fire. Gurudev is like 1 meter away from me. We're 20 people. And Gurudev is opening his eyes. This path is on fire. That's why everybody still makes fun of me. Because I changed the words. I made it so much fun. And then I just stopped. And everybody's like, oh, Sana, you didn't even sing the whole song. That's why I feel like I'm truly the donkey. I'm so embarrassed of myself so many times throughout my life. That's me.
Yeah. Then after Pavant, you're not even afraid about making mistakes or looking stupid.
No, because you are agreeing to being that one, because I always used to fight inside myself that I'm not like the others. I'm not proper. I don't behave like a girl. I'm just running around shouting or saying something. Hey, let's do this. Come here. La, 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 la. Like, And then when you've done such things in front of Gurudev, and he's just accepted you for who you are. And I truly believe and I feel like he's accepted me from the beginning. when I didn't think I'm worthy of any love or acceptance. And he saw any value in me, like, I'm good, I'm useful. When everybody thought, oh, she's crazy or she's too much. Too much is the thing that was
Common thing.
said about me. So, and then when he gives me that opportunity and I'm there sitting and giving the highest knowledge, the knowledge that can completely connect you to the divine and then to set you free and give you that long awaited moksha, going back home. And then I'm sitting there, I'm giving that knowledge, and then I feel like, oh my God, it's only Guru's grace that this knowledge can flow through me. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Because to be able to find I'm good enough, when nobody thinks you're good at all. This is something. You really have to be, okay, I'm good. It's okay. I can do this. It's so funny. Gurudev has faith. So that's why let us do small good things and let us just be useful.
I saw a reel of Gurudev saying, this is art of living. And it was a packet of dry fruits.
Yeah.
This is art of living. Assorted nuts.
Yeah. Everybody's a nut and a nut case and a nut job, and I don't know what we are, but we're crazy and fun.
What a level of compassion, no?
There's
to take
place
everybody
for
along.
everybody. And there's place for everybody. Everybody can be useful here. But it's about acceptance. And still somehow, sometimes we all want people to be like us. You know what I mean? The reason we don't accept somebody is not because they're bad. There is nothing bad in somebody who is different. But because we are used to the pattern of thought, the pattern of reaction, and the pattern of life or way things are in our own small mind, we think people do something differently from us, then they're wrong, or they should improve, or they should be better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is just...
We want them to have our point of view towards life.
But if we lived their life, we would have their point of view. We are like a bag of our experiences, impressions. We are combination of our wounds and traumas and fears and everything, and then the other one is the same. If we change, if I give you my bag, sorry, and you give me your bag, wouldn't you be exactly the way I am? But somebody judges me or judges you. We are a product of what was dealt with us. And then that's why we should not think I can be better or improve. Of course, we should strive to not be burden to society, how Gurudev says, not be a burden to society and all that. But for sure, change from a donkey to a dolphin or from a donkey to a bird, it cannot happen. But the jungle has everything.
Yeah, jungle has everything and you have to be in your own nature. Somebody had asked Gurudev, what role would you play if you were in Mahabharata or Ramayana?
Whatever role was given to him.
Yeah.
That's what Gurudev said.
Whatever role was given to me, I would play it 100%.
But it is the divine who plays all these roles. This is what I was feeling. Why do I feel like I am doing something? Ownership or ego. If we truly dissolve, we are that divine. Then that divine itself plays me. One time on Shivratri, Gurudev said, Shiva is crying when you're crying. When you experience the pain, it is Shiva who is in pain.
Wow.
He said, Shiva is crying when you are crying. So we feel, oh, I'm so sad. Or it is Shiva experiencing everything. It is that divine in everyone.
How are your experiences of Shivratri and Navratri when you come to Bangalore Ashram?
Every year is different. Every time is different.
Suddenly you see lakhs of people in one place. Must be very contrast to Europe, right?
But here...
Such a big gathering of people in one place.
Yeah, but here it feels like it's not a lot. It feels like it's natural to be like this.
And every year you have a different experience.
Yeah, every year is different. One time, I will not forget this. We're here on Shivratri. We got this video guy. He was making a movie for Gurudev. And then they're sitting there. We are sitting here. Nothing happened. I'm not sick, nothing. I just vomit in front of everybody on Shivratri. Like, what happened? Like, why did I feel sick? I was just feeling something is coming. I just vomit. Then I felt good. During meditation, I tell you.
Oh,
So cleansing happens all the time. All the time something happens. So many things has happened.
talking about cleansing, you're a special level 2 teacher, right? I did that course last month for the first time.
Really, it's a beautiful course.
It was amazing. I didn't expect such things to be there, exist. I was totally unaware about it. But the way you they clean it from inside, it's. I was like awestruck. Wow.
But then how your body feels, how your mind feels. Actually, when we say somebody's, it's actually the body is also very reason for patterns of thoughts and negativity. Because so much toxicity, old stuff,
Impressions.
and it's disgusting body itself. The body is not pure. Then that's why all these practices are there. Purify the body-mind connection, purification of the mind. Then you can experience this deep state of consciousness. Deep state of consciousness requires a lot of energy. And energy cannot be in a body which is low prana. Body to be in high prana should be cleansed. It should be pure. Each cell should be like, So that time you must have experienced the deepest meditations, no?
Yeah.
See? And a lot of body becomes more flexible.
Flexible.
And once the knowledge is given by the teacher, you get it. It is like, oh my God, I get it.
Wow, yeah.
This course is just magic. Yeah.
I would also recommend people to do it more often.
Yeah.
Once in a year, once in 6 months.
Yeah. It is really like once in a year or 6 months. It's really like you come back to that essence of being a yogi, being a seeker. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Any concluding thoughts, remarks, anything we missed out?
Oh, we every time we can say more and more. We can talk without stopping, that's for sure. But I feel like the best thing just to leave is Gurudev or the divine loves us very much. If we feel like, oh, nobody cares about me or I'm, what will happen to me, then we need to serve more. Because if we can shift that, if we care for others, I think that makes a big connection to the divine and Gurudev. We feel so uplifted when we are useful. Yeah. And then when you are useful, then you say, okay, let me be useful. Do you remember at Satsang, this girl who was saying, I want moksha, I want...
Yeah.
And then Gurudev said, if you're merged already and you're gone on the other side, and then God comes to you and says, will you come down? He said, would you say no? Of course you would say yes. Okay, now we've come down. We're being asked to be here on this planet to help whatever manner we can because we each play a role of the puzzle. So now why we have forgotten this and we say, I want to out. Okay, play the part. How Gurudev said, whatever part was given to me. So now we are the donkey. Let's play the part. Now you and he said, freedom comes within this very moment. It is true, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Now we are free. And if we're useful, we are free already anyway. If we're useful, then we are doing what we're meant to do. Yeah.
Amazing. One thing I didn't ask you about your background.
So I used to study journalism, but I never worked in TV or radio or newspaper, nothing, because I became teacher when I was 20, so quickly after.
Just after college, you became a teacher and you started becoming full-time.
Well, Gurudev, I was not wanting to be full-time because I thought that was my mind pattern. I thought, no, let me do Seva. That Seva was so taught to my head that if, for example, you're full-time and you get some stipend or honorarium, then this means it is not Seva. But actually I realized even the people who build the road, it is Seva. Yes, somebody paid them to build the road, but thousands of years to come, people were driving on the same road that somebody made, and people who made these buildings are doing seva because of them. Yeah, somebody gave them the salary. Because of them, you have a house, you have a home, you have security. So I realized it is the attitude with which we do the work. So the surgeon for me does the seva when they operate on the people. Because if they have that attitude, I want to help this person be healthy, it is seva, no matter how much he gets paid. So whatever Gurudev said, no, you cannot live out of nothing. And then it was 2013, he made me literally be full-time for art of living. So
Wow.
I used to do a lot of organizing work for everybody else. I used to think of, okay, let them teach, let them do. I would do all the social media, all the Facebook and all that. I would support them, make trainings for them, do everything possible. And even for Western Europe, I used to do trainings on social media, how they can organize, make events, how to promote their courses. And at the end, now we have a bigger team in Europe. I'm not part of it now. It's other people. Glory from, she's from Latin America. Now she lives in Europe. And people like that who do for Western Europe. So we have a team. So I'm no longer involved so much in this.
That's very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Journalism to full-time teacher.
Yeah.
And always having the glow. Really wonderful. Always it's amazing to meet you and talk to you, you and Constantine.
Yeah.
When I had done Constantine's interview, somebody had told me you should take his wife Sana's interview also.
Oh, really? Yeah. But
We are having it finally. Yes.
Yeah. See, sometimes whatever we have, like for example, this is what happened with me this December. So luckily December we go to spend some time with Gurudev in Paris and in German ashram. We also went to Christmas in Canadian ashram for the first time I was there. So something would happen during the day, and then Gurudev would speak word for word some of the things that was happening. And sometimes I would sit in the satsang and I would be pulled like a magnet. I would look at him like almost I cannot blink. And one time this happened and I felt, okay, Gurudev is saying this because of me. I know there are hundreds of people here, but I feel like he's saying this because of me, because I did this or this happened or I thought about this. And this time we leave. Gurudev is left already with his flight. He had a non-disclosed location for one day. So from that part of the world, he calls one of our friends, Jatin. So Jatin is on FaceTime with Gurudev for, let's say, 15, 20 minutes. They are FaceTiming, talking. And then we go and we see Gurudev on the phone. He just looks at me and said, "Did you get it?" And I said, "Yeah, I know you said this because of me." And I said, "Yep." And he just owned it. Sometimes, but he said, "Yep." And I was like, oh my God, I got the lesson. I got it. It was about how to communicate better with different types of
people.
Can you imagine? The communicator, the journalist, was personally taught. I mean, everybody was taught by him that satsang, but he just gave me the lesson. And he made sure I knew it was for me. And I knew it was for me. Like, he's just so, sharp and he'll make you a diamond.
I'll make you a diamond.
He will just scrap everything, and because he doesn't want us to judge nobody. He said, when you communicate from that love and acceptance, communication will happen. Otherwise, fighting will happen. And this is what I was experiencing. The communication was not happening, or I was feeling misunderstood. Because I was feeling I am right with what I'm saying, but the person doesn't get it. He said, just be in love. When you're in that love and you say something, it's okay if they don't get it. You are in the proper state of mind when you are saying it, in the proper attitude when you are saying it. Yeah, you're not there to, or you know what I mean? But I'm right. So even if we're right, if somebody says we're wrong, okay, fine.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank
Good to
you. Thank you. Jai Gurudev. I hope somebody feels something was for them.
Comment down below.
Like how Gurudev made sure we know. Yeah, because it is him, no?
Absolutely.
See you. Bye.